African, and it's solid stone. And to me, anybody who says that there were no Africans in ancient America, all you have to do is look at these 3 or 4 pieces. Nothing I could ever say, no bit of evidence to me can replace what you're seeing before your very eyes. He's clearly African, and he's smiling. That means he's confident. And this museum is very special. This has 7 of the heads. 7 of them, and all original. 7 of the original 17 Olmec heads. So if you're in the Olmec world like I am, this is Olmec heaven. You hit the jackpot. And whenever I come, I always want to know, is the museum open? Are the pieces going to be here? And here they are. This is beautiful. And we should take some group photos around now. Yes. Let me just take a picture. And looking on the other side, there's another one of the big heads. And look at how beautifully it's placed and lighted. I mean, look at the symmetry and what you're seeing. That's true. So one head to another, these are 3,000 years old, and that means 2,000 years before the birth of the Christian era. Right. And 3,500 years before Columbus. Right. This corresponds with the 20th dynasty in Kemet. Right. Come on.
Oh my God, beautiful.
Now this one is called El Rey. That means the king. I think that this was one of the first ones that was excavated.
It was?
El Rey, the king. This is the big. Are these one side evidence or statistics or anything? To me, any sane person would have to say, this is not, I don't even know if I can need any sense. Speak for a second. You know? Speak for a second. I don't know. As far as I know, and this sounds crazy, the first of these Olmec heads was identified in 1869. Not that long ago, 1869, by a Mexican named Jose Melgar, who described it as Ethiopian in appearance. Now, these heads are thousands of years old, and they obviously are, because what's been dated is the wood underneath it. These were situated on platforms. So So you can't date the stone per se, but you can date the wood underneath the stone because it's organic matter with radiocarbon dating techniques.
Right.
So we have a sense as to how old it is. And it's solid stone.
Solid stone.
It appears to be, yes. And we're all speculating. Who were these people? Is this what they envisioned God to look like? Were they African kings? Who were the people depicted here? Nobody really knows. And there are 17 of them that stretch forth over a period of 500 to 800 years, and no two are alike.
And there's no hypothesis about where they came from.
There are all kinds of hypotheses. That's the problem. Some people argue that the Olmec was an African settler colony. Other people say that the Olmec are black people who came to the Americas before anybody else had survived and built a great civilization. Other people believe that it was a Native American civilization and that a small group of Africans came over here and turned it out. And I believe the latter. I don't think people should think that we're taking away Native American civilization, but we're showing that African people, even in small numbers, worked wonders in the ancient world. And they were not regarded as invaders. Wherever Europeans have gone, death and destruction has followed them, no exception to that rule. Africans went and brought gifts. They showed how to make life better for everyone. And they were treated like deities, and that's what these heads represent. This is an altar over there.
Sertima's book, comes with that great theory that he said this is how it happened.
But look, just look though, look at these heads. What do you even need to say?
Right.
I mean, any brace. One of them was nicknamed Joe Louis.
Yeah, I can see why.
But I mean, look at it. What do you think? I feel stupid trying to argue that Africans were here. Look. And let me live in peace.
Yes.
Everybody originally came from Africa. Right. But at what point do people cease to be African? If all humanity can be traced to Africa, who is not in Africa? And what makes you an African? And can white people be African? Are all black people African? These are profound questions that we don't have a definitive answer for because it's all subjective.
Right. I do.
All right, let me show you some more pieces.
Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yes, they are all different.
Even the choice of stone. You see the one in the middle is much darker stone.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're all very hard stone. One of them seems to be smiling.
Yeah.
Some seem to be perhaps more Africoid, whatever that means, than others. This is my favorite over here. They all are. I'm saying some perhaps a little more. Yeah.
It ain't me, I'm not so. Excuse me.
I'm not saying there's nothing diabolical about it. Which one with the nose ring? And he's smiling. And I don't know how you would describe that expression.
Don't turn it back to the so, turn this way. That's better.
And then here's a whole series with their heads knocked off. Now what's that about? Let me show you something else. And you have all the time you want to come and look and find something, and even Runoko. Now this is interesting for a lot of reasons. I saw this in a book by a very, very good Mexican scholar on the Olmec named Ignacio Bernal. And he has this photograph in here. And I don't know, the photograph must be in the 60s or 50s or something, and it's very distinct. So here's a good example as to how these features can wear off. People putting their hands and faces on them, or maybe after they've been excavated, being exposed to the air. But these are very distinct kind of braids here, and you can see the braids a little bit better there. Even the Olmec head with the braids, it's really wearing off. Well, I'm just using this as an example as to how artifacts wear. And the features here are not very distinct. I'm going to show you one more room and leave you off to your own devices. Okay, good. No, come on. All from the state of Veracruz. These are all from a site called San Lorenzo. Now you can see this one is in more badly weathered. For example, it's also one of the bigger ones. Nothing like these in Africa. In Kemet, West Africa, nowhere. That's interesting, and that makes me believe even more that it's an American phenomenon. Number two, and it's only the head.
Generation of an African.
Do you think that could be because Sahara Desert
No.
hasn't been?
It's a veneration
I
that
think-
the people venerated.
You got it. I think they're a tribute by Native Americans to the Africans who came amongst them. This is not the largest, but it's one of the big ones. What about it? I'm sorry. Wow. I never noticed that. You all bring out the best of it. What does it look like to you? Well, you compare this one to the one with the braids that we're going to see. We don't really know. A lot of this is guessing. Let's go around here to the right. And then you can come back and spend all the time you want. Spend the night. Pardon. Around this to the right.
Every day I cry and weep, trying to find a reason for the sadness that we bear every night, and I just can't sleep, no. Trying to find a reason for the madness that we share, trying to find a reason for the problems in this world, trying to find a reason for the heartaches we endure, trying to find a reason for the tears we always cry, trying to find
not all the evidence, sorry, about the African presence in comes from the homeland. Straight out of Africa. Look at the goatee or the scarification. Looks like he has a pair of glasses on. He's a 1,500 years old.
Rashidi, this one here, the head in the back, there's a tribe like that
Of course.
in Africa.
In Central Africa.
In Central, okay.
And this looks straight out of Nigeria. Look at
That's
these big little pieces. So not all of the African presence in America is confined to the Olmec. I want to show you one last thing. Come around here, please. Let's start on this side. Foundation, can't read the caption. And the colors are bright and pink. It's about 1,400 years old. And you see the figure right there. But let me show you. I walked around it today. I didn't see it the last time I was here. Another piece. Look at that. And then look over here.
Trying to find a reason for the problems in this world. Trying to find a reason for the heartaches we endure. Trying to find a reason for the tears we always cry. Trying to find a reason for the pressure, ease the pressure.